Guys, we're going to attempt to draft the panel Styleline in Clo. This is my first time trying to do this, so this should be interesting. If you guys have better options, I am all ears. This is definitely a learning environment, so I bet some of you guys are probably picking up the software faster than I am even. So anyways, this is a little bit different than the princess seam. The book kind of talks about that the panel Styleline doesn't always have shaping in it like our princess seam does. And if that's the case, we still need our darts. So you'll see we kind of like a third piece here, right, along her side. So what we're going to do, we're going to slash our sloper where we want our style line. And then we're also going to slash it on the back, okay? And then on the back, that's it. We're just pulling it apart. So really, this is just a style seam. There's no tricky like princess fitting in here. We're leaving the dart. Let's see, is it a dart? Yeah, see the dart's still illustrated. So that's really simple, right? The only problem is you don't have all the fitting kind of hidden in that seam and you still have your dart, but that's okay. It's just different. Here on the front though, we leave our dart here and we do move the waist dart. We close the waist dart and we put the fullness over here in our side dart. So we have a dart and then we did close the dart legs here. And when we close the dart legs on the front panel, it did cause the shape to curve a little bit. So you could argue that there is some shaping in the front style line seam, but there's none in the back. That's just cut and sewn together. There's no reshaping happening there. Anyways, once you figure all that, you just put those two panels together and make one pattern piece. So then we'll have our back, we'll have our side, and we'll have the front. Okay, so maybe you guys could just go ahead and do that in Clo, just using your internal line, cutting it, merging patterns together. You might have no problem, but if not, just follow the book step by step. Okay, so here I go. Okay, let's see here. So the first step, where did Clo go? Did I just lose Clo? There we are. Oh, nope, that's not Clo. There it is. Okay. So the first step or instructions say to mark a point 1/2 inch from our mid armhole. So yeah, sometimes I think it'd be so nice if there's like measuring tape to mark it. I don't know. I think probably the easiest way is just, we have a point here, so why not click it, right click, and then we'll add a perpendicular line. Okay, so I'm trying to get better at the X and Y axis. Basically, what I told myself is that Y is taller than X, so Y is going up and down, and X is like kind of like a cross, so it goes across like left and right. So, but we want a perpendicular line, so it's kind of like opposite. So like I actually want it to go across, but if I do perpendicular, it'll go up and down. I don't know. So in this case, I'm just gonna do Y. Okay, that looks good because here's our line, and it says to just mark it 1/2 inch. So 0.5. Okay. Cool. And then it wants us to just draw an internal line straight down. It kind of wants us to use that as a style line. So this doesn't really work actually now that I look at it, because our pattern is so much fuller than what the book has. So instead of that, I think I'm just going to draw a style line. Let's see here. I'm going to get my internal tool. And yeah, let's see here. We wanted to hit here. I'm going to click. Okay. And I'm holding command, I think, for a curve. Yeah. Looks good. Maybe I'll throw in another curve. This is just a style line that's up to you, what it should look like, where it should be. The book wanted it halfway through. Oops, on the right click. Oh dear. I did not want that curve. Let me hit Command Z again. Let's try that again. So I'm going to click. I'm going to hold Command. Curve it out. Okay, I did a double click to kind of finish it. I don't think I need the 3D girl right now, so maybe I just go ahead and get rid of her. Whoops. Okay. So I kind of don't really care if it's halfway or not, but I guess I could move that segment to make sure it is. Let's select it. Okay, so we'd have to do half of 5.455. So why don't I just right click and split, and then split into 2 lines, uniform. There we go. Okay. Oh look, I was pretty close. So I guess it really bothered me. I mean, it looks fine to me, but I could like move the internal line, I guess a hair. Yeah. Maybe a hair if we just really want to be precise. That's totally optional. Okay. Maybe I do want this more curvy, or actually it's not that curvy in the book. I'm just gonna leave it and move on. So there's my style line. I need to do the same to the back, so I'm just gonna get the internal line. Click, I'm gonna hold command to get like a slight curve, and then, ooh, that was probably too much curve. Can I do that again? Okay. Commands. Okay, so I'm gonna say click, command. There we go. Oh, that's still way too much, but whatever. Click. Click, click. And then I'll just go in and clean it up since I don't really like the way it looks. Okay, I'm outside and it's really bright, so I'm a little slow today. Bring that up, maybe I scoot this, and I just need to change this curve. I don't like this guy, it's too curvy for me. That's better, I think. Okay. Just for looks, I don't think it really has too much more importance than just overall appearance. Okay, cool. So now this guy for the back, they want us to separate it. So in Clo, I guess I will select it. I'm going to right click. We're going to say cut and sew because I know it needs to get sewn back together. Ooh, I guess that my lines need to be intersecting. So I'm going to right click and say extend and trim. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that cut and sew business. Cool, and I did it to both sides. Awesome. Okay, so the book put some notches to match up the back pieces. So I have the notch tool ready to go. And you can visually see it. If you click with the left mouse, it'll just click. But I'm going to use the right one so I can just say exactly where to put it. So I'm just going to say 5 inches. And I'll say okay. And then you know what? I'm going to do another one. 5.5 so that it's a double notch. Same thing on the other side. I'll say 5 inches. Make sure that line's the right one. Yes. And then right click again for 5.5. So then I have my double notches for sewing, just to be consistent with the book's instructions. Okay, that's it for the back. The book does add a 1-inch overlap on the back. I guess maybe it wants to do like a button cover. It doesn't really say why it does a 1-inch extension. I don't know. I'm going to skip it. You guys can do it if you want, but I don't think it's important. Okay, figure 4. Now you need to separate our style line. So I'm going to select it. I'm just going to right click and make sure that the points have been extended all the way to the pattern outline. Looks like they are. Then I'm going to right click. I'm going to say, do I want to say cut and sew? I'm just going to say cut, and I'll go back and sew it together separately later. Okay, is it going to cut both sides for me? Yeah. Okay, oh, you know what? I just realized I think we were supposed to start with the 2-dart pattern. Yes, we were. Oopsies. Okay, so Command Z. And that's easy enough. So to make this a 2-dart pattern, I'm going to select this dart tip and I'll right click. We want to rotate the dart. So you know what, maybe I won't click the dart tip. I'm going to click the dart legs, right click, rotate dart. I guess probably like right here. Where's the bust point? The bust point's probably about like right here. I'm going to close it about halfway. And I think I want it to go right there. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we should probably redraw our style line. Great, so I guess I will pick this guy and just say delete and go ahead and hit the letter G, which is the same as the internal draw tool. And okay, I'm just gonna click mid armhole, hold command, and let's see here, come about here. It did want me to do halfway, didn't it? Okay, so I guess right here. And I'm gonna say click, click. Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna try to clean up this line a little bit. It's a little funky, I think. Maybe if I find my curve tool, move that in a little bit. That's better. I think that looks good. Okay, that's better. Okay, so now let's get back to business. They did draw some slash lines to the bust from our dart points. Don't totally know if we need to do that yet, but no. Okay, so let's go ahead and separate this piece. So I'm going to pick you. I'm going to right click. We're going to make sure it's extended. And then now I will right click and we will say cut. I didn't do cut and sew this time. I just did cut. Okay, so then now what they did, they closed this guy. So if I just select this and hold shift and right click, I can merge. Okay, so that's been merged together. I don't know if it matters, but I might just kind of have it standing up like this so it kind of matches what's in the book, I guess. Okay, and then they also want us to close this dart. So by closing this dart, it's going to open up this one more. Okay, so I'm thinking instead of rotate dart, I don't know if rotate dart might work. I don't know. If not, we have to get some style lines or internal lines and cut them and then just close it. But I think I want to try the rotate dart. Rotate dart to here. Okay. I guess the point can go here. Okay, oh yeah, that worked. Cool. Everybody happy? It's thinking, yeah, it did it. I feel like my dart legs are a little funky, but that's okay. And then it kind of does say to like redraw them, so maybe I'll just get this point. What if I delete just that one little point, right? That just kind of cleans them up. And then I don't even know if they're the same length, so let's check that out. That's 2.536. Yeah, they're different. So I'm going to hold shift, right click, edit dart. Okay, so at least now it's a dart. Cool. Okay, and then the last step is to connect these two. I don't even know if they're the same length, do I? What if I got rid of this little point? I don't think I need him. You're almost 8.5. Oh, you're exactly 8.5. So, I mean, I guess I should just clean this up. Say change length to 8. I mean, if you round up, it is 8.5, but we're on a computer, so we might as well change it. I think I should change it with the armhole. I don't even know where, to be honest with you. Okay, doesn't really matter. Let's say okay. Cool. So now I can hold shift, right click, and we're going to merge these two together. Yeah, cool. That's neat that it's mirroring it. Awesome. Okay, I do kind of think this is a little funky of a shape. I'm just using my arrow button just to kind of clean it up is all, so it's a little smoother. Okay, and then, yeah, even this, I might want to make it a little smoother. So, let's see if oh, I know. Why don't I take this, I'm going to click it, right click, convert it to a curve. Yeah, that's a little bit better, I guess. Okay. Let's see here. Ooh, they want us to notch our baseline here so that we know, that's our grain line as well, because it's kind of like tilted a little bit. So, I'll grab this guy. I might just rotate it. Okay. And then, yeah, I will get a notch right here. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Cancel. I'm going to use the left clicker. Click. And then a notch right here. Click. So that kind of shows that's our side seam. And I think that's about it, actually. We're ready for a test fit. Okay, so let's see if I can bring up, ooh, I love when it looks all crazy on her. Okay, maybe I need to move things around. I don't know. Maybe I'll just try my luck and just simulate. I don't think this is sewn together, is it? Okay, so what needs, oh, that's right, because I didn't do the cut and sew thing. So I need to sew this front panel to the side panel. Okay, cool, I can do this. So let's get our sewing machine. I'm gonna do the third one down, free sewing. And I'm gonna start on the one where there's the dart leg. I guess, you know what, maybe I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna do segment sewing. Oh no, I don't have to. The dart is sewn together. Okay, so I don't have to worry about sewing the dart together. I'm going to go back to the third one down, and I'm going to choose free sewing. And I'm going to start right under the armhole, click one time, and come to where the dart is. And just click once with my left mouse. Click here, and then I'm looking for that blue line, which happens to be right where the baseline is. Cool. And then now I'm going to start at the bottom and come up here to that dart leg. Start at the bottom of this guy and come up as well. Okay, that should be good. Okay, what happens if I just simulate? Yeah, actually turned out pretty good. Now, do I have gaping? Like on one side I kind of did. Maybe it's just on our fit model a little funky. I'm gonna hit the number 2. I'm gonna get rid of her lines. How did I just do that? There we go. Oh, that looks cool. I think it looks good. I'm happy. Okay. Looking forward to seeing how it works out for you guys. I hope you learned something new with the notch and just continue to familiarize yourself with the tools as well. And okay, that's it.